Hey, welcome everyone. I'm Margaret Thompson from Modern Marriage Reset, and I am so excited that you are joining me for this presentation. 5 shifts to save your marriage in 90 days or less, even if your partner isn't on board and you are fixing it on your own. This is for any woman whose marriage is falling apart and she is losing the close connection they once shared. And this is for you if your partner won't address problems, won't get help, or is stuck in negativity and resentment. In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you the real reason your marriage has grown cold and what you can do right now to stop the downhill slide into separation or divorce. Why talking about your problems never works, and how you can finally end the cycles of blame and defensiveness that have hijacked your communication. Why self-help books, YouTube videos, or marriage workshops are not enough to save your relationship, and a radical new approach that works 10 times faster. How to pinpoint what your husband actually wants from you, even if that seems like a total mystery right now. How to go from sleeping back to back, like roommates, to building the intimate and loving relationship you have always dreamed of. And how to do all this without begging for attention, without endless talks that go nowhere, and without sacrificing your dignity and respect. Today, my promise to you is I'm going to show you a step-by-step strategy for completely resetting your marriage in 90 days or less. Think of it as hitting that reset button. Reset means a fresh start, a new beginning. If something isn't working, press reset to clear your heart and try again, as many times as it takes. Now, before we get into all that, let me check in with you to see where you are. Do any of these sound like you? Do you walk on eggshells around your husband, carefully measuring every word you say, just so he doesn't have an angry outburst again? Do you come home at night hoping to spend time together, only to face the wall of silence from your husband, leaving you feeling even more isolated and alone? Does he tell you that these problems are all your fault, that you're the one who needs to change? Does he accept any responsibility for his part? Have you lost the red-hot passion you once shared, and now you are roommates, resigning yourself to a life of disappointment and regret? Do you worry that you have outgrown your partner and that you will keep changing and leave him behind? Are you secretly terrified that you have passed the point of no return, that it's already too late to save your marriage? If any of these sound like you, then I have good news, because none of these are the real problem. The real problem is that you haven't made what I call the shifts. And we'll talk about what these are in just a moment. But for right now, just understand this. Once you make them, you will wake up feeling excited to spend time with your husband instead of that familiar sense of dread and disconnection. You will know how to express your needs in a way that actually brings you closer, instead of pushing you further apart. You will rebuild the trust and vulnerability you need to be open, honest, and authentic with each other. Your children will thrive in the warmth of parents who are a united, loving team, rather than two people stuck in cycles of blame and disconnection. And you will do all this while rediscovering your authentic self and feeling free to be who you truly are, rather than sacrificing your needs to keep everyone happy. Now, I'd like to introduce myself so you know more about who I am and that I know what I'm talking about. I'm Margaret Thompson, the founder of Modern Marriage Reset, and I founded a private therapy clinic where I specialize in couple and family therapy for over 35 years. I have published and presented research on relationships at conferences nationally and abroad. And over the past 10 years, I have helped over 1,200 women transform their cold, disconnected marriages into deeply loving partnerships, where they finally have the intimate connection they have always dreamed of. The vast majority of my clients were able to transform their relationships, even if their husbands refused to participate, even if they were on the brink of divorce, and even if they have been disconnected for over a decade. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Discovering the 5 shifts. I have spent years working with women just like you to transform their marriages. So many women were successful. They completely reset their marriages and built true partnerships with their husbands. Meanwhile, hundreds of others remained stuck. They kept falling into negative habits that tore them apart until they finally gave up and filed for divorce. I began to really study the top performers and saw 5 specific skills that led to transformation. I applied these in my own work and almost immediately saw incredible results. The bottom line: there are 5 shifts you need to make to reset your marriage in 90 days or less. I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them right here on this presentation. Shift number 1: heal yourself and fix your marriage on your own. When you stop waiting for your husband and take matters into your own hands, transformation begins. Waiting for him is the worst thing you can do because it enables his shutdown. You lose your power, and the more distant and disconnected you become. The most significant change you can make is how you respond to your partner's distress, his resistance, or his negativity. The truth is, your partner is stuck, and he's not going to do anything because he can't. He cannot see a way forward. Instead of feeling offended or reacting to his negativity, you need to reframe his resistance as an opportunity to grow, not as a threat to your marriage. This is your healing process. When you stop accepting all the blame, you will see that his negativity is not your fault. Then, you show up calmly with conviction. When you lead with your healed, non-reactive self, your partner begins to feel safe and rediscovers the person he fell in love with. You, the real you. When you heal your reactivity, you lead the way to your relationship's evolution. To fully heal, you need to be selfish and put yourself first. I know this sounds a bit crazy, but stay with me. This is a time of transition, a call to focus on you. You need to be selfish and put yourself first. This is because relationships thrive when you focus on your own needs and feelings. You cannot connect with and fully engage with your partner if you don't focus on you. When you navigate your relationship based on what you need and want, rather than what he needs and wants, you don't get stuck in people-pleasing or become a martyr. You heal yourself. If you don't put yourself first, you give away your power. stop speaking your mind and hide who you really are. You become selfless. Then your partner cannot connect with you. You must have a self he can connect with. So, you need to be selfish, not selfless. This is not being self-centered. This is becoming centered, conscious of your own actions, needs, and feelings. You put the focus back on you. When you are self-focused, not partner-focused, he can see you, connect with you, and love you. The bottom line: in marriage, healthy selfishness is everything. Without it, you become a doormat. You lose your partner's respect, and you teach your children that love means sacrificing who you are and what you need. But with healthy selfishness, you create a balanced partnership where both of your needs matter. This brings me to the third shift: rock the boat and transform any conflict into connection. Most people think smooth sailing and getting along is the key to a happy relationship, but the exact opposite is true. Relationships thrive by overcoming tension, not avoiding it. Even in the best marriages, couples fight. They say mean things or get critical and defensive. Then they have a conversation where they repair these ruptures and recover. This is called the conflict repair cycle. Repeating this cycle throughout your marriage is how relationships grow. But so many of my clients get stuck here and don't complete the repair cycle. Then they stay stuck in disconnection because they have trouble asking for help. They don't want to be a burden. They worry constantly about what their husband is feeling or thinking. Conflict feels scary. They have no confidence that it will end well, or they have no idea what to say. What if this is really an opportunity to heal your marriage at the deepest level? The breakthrough moment in marriage transformation isn't about communicating better. It's about creating emotional safety. Most women try to solve problems by talking things out. But talking destroys safety and always ends in cycles of blame and defensiveness. When you focus on creating safety, rather than rationally trying to solve the problem, you create a space where true connection can happen. Safety comes first. Safety comes before communication. In other words, you don't communicate to connect with your partner. You need to connect first so you can communicate. Now, if you get this, you will stop triggering your husband's fear. You will break through the wall of silence. You will create space for authentic sharing. And you will rediscover the joy of being truly heard and understood. You're doing a great job here. Now that you've decided to take the first step, you have focused on your own needs, and you are guiding your relationship back to emotional safety. Fantastic. Nice work. You have made a lot of progress, but has your partner? You have what it takes to help him heal and connect with you again. In order to truly heal your marriage, shift number 4. Release his negativity and help him heal. You have awakened thoughts and feelings that he doesn't have in any other relationship. The part of him that is vulnerable and afraid to be hurt. But he cannot connect when he is in fear and protects himself with negativity. He waits for bad things to happen, reacts to problems, and falls into patterns of blame and resentment. How you respond to his negativity determines the trajectory of your relationship. Can you see how important this is? Are you defensive, ready to protect yourself? Or do you open your heart, ready to understand and love him? Now it's time for the Connection Reset System. It works like this. All you need is a proven framework that puts you in control of this transformation. Then you will reconnect with the husband you fell in love with. Step number 1. Create emotional safety. Number 2. Reframe his negativity. You need to view his negativity as a form of self-protection, rather than a weapon to hurt you. When he expresses any kind of negativity, I want you to celebrate the fact that he feels safe enough to share with you how he feels. Then all you need to do is simply listen. Then he can connect with you again. Shift number 5. All of the above is possible if and only if you invest in mentoring. Everyone who wants transformation should have a mentor because they bring two things: strategy and accountability. But here is a difficult truth. Most women never transform their marriages. They might try, but they keep getting stuck in the same old toxic patterns that push their husbands farther away. Great mentoring prevents that. Now, when you make these shifts, you will stop walking on eggshells around your husband and speak up without triggering his defensiveness. You will know how to break through his emotional wall, even if he is completely shut down right now. You will pinpoint why your previous attempts to save your marriage didn't work. You will know how to stop any argument in its tracks and reset your relationship. Intimacy, laughter, and a sense of ease will return. And you will model healthy love for your children that will impact generations. Bottom line, with this protocol, you will have a start-to-finish system to go from surviving to a thriving relationship in as little as 90 days. Now you have a choice. You can keep trying to have honest conversations. You can keep scheduling date nights that end in awkward silence. Or you can keep walking on eggshells to keep the peace. If you are done with all that, and you are ready to create genuine connection and true partnership, then here is what I have for you. I've set aside some time in the next 48 hours to do a free marriage reset assessment of your relationship. We'll find out if it's possible for you to achieve transformation, and if so, the fastest and best way to get there. We'll jump on Zoom, audio only, for about 45 minutes. You tell me everything you are struggling with and everything that's not working. Then we'll put our heads together and design your custom relationship blueprint. My goal for this call is to show you the steps you need to take to reset your relationship in 90 days or less. And we'll pinpoint the problems that prevent you from creating the marriage you deserve. However, this is not for everyone. You must be a married woman who is struggling in her relationship and is willing to try a brand new approach. And you must be serious about fighting for your marriage and be willing to invest in what it takes to get there. If that is you, click on the button below or head on over to margaretthompsonlcsw.com/apply and claim a spot on my calendar. I have one more thought I want to leave with you. It is possible to have an amazing marriage, but it won't happen by itself. I'm Margaret Thompson, and thank you for joining me today. Don't wait. Book that call now, and let's talk soon.